शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मद्श्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रीनाथादिगुरुत्रयं गणपतिं पीठत्रयं भैरवं सिद्धौघं वटुकत्रयं पदयुगं दूतीक्रमं मण्डलं वीरान्यष्टचतुष्कषष्ठिनवकं वीरावळी पञ्चकं श्रीमन्मालिनी मन्त्रराजसहितं वन्दे गुरोर्मण्डलम्। श्रीविमर्शानन्दनाथं सत्याम्बासहितं गुरुं हृत्पद्मकर्णिका मध्ये भावयेत् सर्वसिद्धये। श्रीभासुरानन्दनाथाय नमः। श्रीभास्करराय गुरुमण्डलाय नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्।
Namaste, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome to today's session. Today is the 30th session of our Soundaryalahari Sādhana journey. We are grateful to Devi and Guru Mandalam to take us this far. We will today learn the 59th and the 60th shloka of Soundaryalahari. First, we will learn to chant the 59th shloka.
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग
प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम्
प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम् प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम् स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम्
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये
तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथं
तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथं तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथं
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथं
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथं चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथं
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथं
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथं यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथं
अर्केन्दुचरणम्
अर्केन्दुचरणम् अर्केन्दुचरणम्
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम्
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम् यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम्
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये
सज्जितवते
सज्जितवते सज्जितवते
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते. We will now recite all the 4 lines.
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम् महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते.
Do that once again.
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलित ताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम् महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते.
So we just learned the chanting. Now we will learn the musical rendition.
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम्
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम्
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम्
चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम्
स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् स्फुरद्गण्डा भोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम्
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम्
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम्
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथमर्केन्दुचरणम् यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथमर्केन्दुचरणम्
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम् महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथम् अर्केन्दुचरणम् महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
यमारुह्य द्रुह्यत्यवनिरथमर्केन्दुचरणम् महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते यमारुह्य druhyatyavanirathamarkenducaraṇaṃ महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
स्फुरद्दण्डभोगप्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् यमारुह्य druhyatyavanirathamarkenducaraṇaṃ महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
स्फुरद्दण्डभोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् यमारुह्य druhyatyavanirathamarkenducaraṇaṃ महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते
स्फुरद्गण्डाभोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् यमारुह्य druhyatyavanirathamarkenducaraṇaṃ महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते स्फुरद्गण्डाभोग प्रतिफलितताटङ्कयुगलम् चतुश्चक्रं मन्ये तव मुखमिदं मन्मथरथम् यमारुह्य druhyatyavanirathamarkenducaraṇaṃ महावीरो मारः प्रमथपतये सज्जितवते.
Let us look at the word by word meaning. Manye, the second word of the second line. Manye, I think. Now come back to the first line. Spuradganda bhoga pratiphalita tatanka yugalam. Spurad means shining or glittering. Ganda bhoga meaning the cheeks. Pratiphalita. Pratiphala means reflection. Pratipalitam means reflecting. Tatanka yugalam, the two earrings. Tava idam mukham, the second line. Your, this face. Catuścakraṃ are the four wheels of manmatharatham, chariot of Manmatha. Yamāruhya, yamāruhya, having mounted or ascended on that chariot. Mahāvīro māraḥ, Mahāvīraha māraḥ, the great warrior Manmatha. Druhyati, hates, hatred, has hatred. Pramathapataye, towards Lord Shiva, who is sajjitavate, prepared to fight with Manmatha. Avaniratham, having earth as the chariot. And Arkenducaraṇaṃ, Arka Indu Charanam, meaning with the chariot having the wheels of sun and moon. So the meaning is, O Devi, with the two tatankas or earrings reflecting on your crystal-like cheeks, Your face looks like the chariot of Manmatha, I think. The Mahāvīra, great warrior Manmatha, has ascended the chariot of your face with 4 wheels, the 2 earrings and their reflections on her 2 cheeks, and is looking at Shiva with hatred, who is seated on the chariot of earth with sun and moon as the wheels, ready to fight back at him. In yesterday's class, we saw the beautiful verse where Bhagavatpada made a strong pitch to Devi to bestow her eye glances on all of us. It seemed he did not want to end his description of Devi's eyes with the 57th shloka. Through the 58th verse, he moved out slowly from Devi's eyes, bringing to our attention the space between Devi's eyes and ears. We saw Devi's side glances as the arrow of Manmatha pointed towards her ears. We are awestruck, thinking how beautifully Bhagavatpada articulated the transition from eyes to ears. Her side glance of Shringara Drishti, or pure love, transforms her devotees as great poets, and their sweet words instantly elevates a listener to great spiritual heights. The reason for great poets bringing out such eloquent poetry is only due to Devi's Shringara Drishti and Karuna Drishti.
Now, let us see the meaning of the 59th verse. Here he is going to describe the ear ornament Tatanka of Shakti. Chanting and understanding the meanings of Soundaryalahari will certainly elevate all of us. But for adept Srividya Upasakas, Soundaryalahari gives the satisfaction of performing the entire Sri Chakra Navavarana Puja. In the Srividya Sri Chakra Navavarana Puja, we do 64 upacharas called Chatushashti upacharas. Upacharas are offerings made by a devotee to Devi as if she is present in front of him. Offering her a seat to sit, washing her feet, bathing her, giving her clothes, kumkumam, flowers, saubhagya dravyams, ornaments, and so on. There are in total 64 items we offer to Devi during puja. There is a specific order in which items are offered to her. We are amazed to discover that Bhagavatpada has almost used the same order of upacharas when describing physical or sthula form of Devi, beginning with the 42nd verse. Navamani Makutam, that is the 42nd verse. Chandrashakalam, again 42nd. Simanta Sinduram, 44th verse. Kalanjanam, 53rd verse. Pali Yugalam, the 58th verse. Swarna Tatanka Manikuntala Yugalam, the 59th and 60th. Nasabharanam, the 61st verse. Adhara Yavakam, 62, and so on. He is just getting immense joy out of doing these poetic alankarams in the form of upacharams to Devi.
Also, another interesting fact which will be enjoyed by Srividya Upasakas is the description of Kamadeva by Bhagavatpada when he describes eyebrows, eyes, nose, and ears. In the Sri Chakra Srishtikrama, when we do the Nyasam for Devi's Ayudhas, that is the Pasham, Ankusham, Dhanush, and Pushpabanam, we invoke them, the Ayudha Devatas, on our eyes, nose, and ears. That is why Manmatha's permanent address, I think, is Devi's face. Although Manmatha travels around the world, he comes back to his abode in Devi's face. Devi's ears have an ornament called Tatanka. We already saw this in verse 28. Karalam yatkshvelam kabalitavata kalakalana nashambhos tanmulam tavajanani tatanka mahima, where we saw why Shiva survived even after drinking poison. It's only because of Devi's earrings, Tatanka Mahima, because she is eternal. Shruti, Vedas, and Lalita Sahasranama say her earrings are sun and moon. Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapanodupa Mandala. Tapana means sun and Udupa means moon. Tapanodupa mandala. Lalita Sahasranama says the mandalas of sun and moon are her pair of earrings. Her cheeks are soft and shiny like a glass and reflect the earrings of sun and moon. Her cheeks eclipse the brightness of the ruby Padmaraga. Padmaraga Shiladarsha Paribhavi Kapola Bhuhu, says Lalita Sahasranama.
Adi Shankara visualizes this as seeing a chariot with 4 wheels. 2 wheels are the earrings and the other 2 are the reflections on Devi's cheeks. Manmatha is riding this chariot. He is ready for the battle now. With whom is he going to fight? Of course with Shiva. He has not forgotten that Shiva burnt him when he wanted to disturb Shiva's penance. He disturbed with the sole intention of helping this world. He did so because all the gods requested him to do so. But for no fault of Manmatha, Shiva burnt him. Because of this, Manmatha is always waiting for an opportunity to take his revenge. Now, he visualizes Shiva coming in a chariot like when Shiva did the Tripurasura Samhara, where earth was the chariot and Surya and Chandra were the wheels. From his chariot, which is Devi's face, he is mocking at Shiva as he has a better chariot, Devi's face, that too with 4 wheels, 2 pairs of sun and moon, so he can easily defeat Shiva. He feels that Shiva killed Tripurasura with only a 2-wheeled chariot, while I now have a chariot of Devi's face with 4 wheels. He feels he is in a safer place, so he now looks at Shiva with great confidence. Manmatha has now avenged his earlier defeat at the hands of Shiva.
In the previous verses, Manmatha attacked Shiva from Devi's nose position and aimed his arrow upwards towards Shiva at the Sahasrara Chakra. Then he attacked Shiva using the 2 eyes of Devi sideways through Devi's ears. He is like a hungry hunter attacking the prey in all directions. But he was attacking in stealth mode. Now he is taking his final revenge. He is sitting on the chariot with 4 wheels, which are Devi's earrings, and fighting face to face with Shiva.
The 59th sloka also explains the Srividya philosophy of Bimba Pratibimba. The 2 ear ornaments, which are like wheels, are reflected by Devi's cheeks, giving an appearance of a chariot with 4 wheels. This is explained in Bhavanopanishad. Nirupadhika samvideva kameshvaraha sadanandapurna swatmaiva paradevata lalita. Nirupadhika chaitanyameva sachitanandatmakam antakaranam pratibimbitam sat tat aham eva iti anusandhanam lalitayaha lauhityam iti vibhavya. Simple meaning of the above is Parabrahman, which is devoid of attributes, is called Shuddha Samvit or pure consciousness. When this pure consciousness, by taking the attributes of the 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamo gunas, is reflected in a mirror called Antakaranam. That reflected consciousness is called Lalita Devi. When the sadhaka meditates on this Lalita Devi as himself, it is called the Visishta Samvit and is in the form of Kameshwari, indicated by the red color.
This verse has the mantra of Bhogini Devi, the Dakshinamnaya Devata, and is worshipped in the Chaturdasharam and Dvidasharam, or the 14-angled triangles chakra and the 2 10-angled triangles chakras together, called the Sthiti chakra in the Shri chakra.
50 years back, when I was around 7 years old, I heard 2 verses. The first verse, Drishādraghi yasya. I never paid attention to the verses actively. I can't remember who was singing this verse, but somehow these verses are etched in my memory. The second verse I heard, I remember only vaguely. I still don't know from which stotram this verse is taken, nor I have the script. I want to share this verse. To those who know this verse, please excuse if there are any mistakes due to my poor memory. He sadrupini, he sidarchi nidhaye, हे कामराज प्रिये, हे भंडासुर हंत्रि, हे अद्भुत निधे, हे अनंग संजीविनी, हे विश्व प्रसवित्री, हे सकरुणे, हे दीन रक्षात्मिके, हे श्रीमन्मालिनी मंत्रराज सगिते, हे त्रिपुर सुंदरी. हे देवी, you are in the form of Sattva-guna. Kamaraja or Manmatha is blessed by you. You are the destroyer of Bhandasura. You brought back Manmatha to life after he was burnt by Shiva. You are the creator of this world and you have abundant Karuna Rasa or compassion. You are the protector of ordinary people like me. You are in the form of Malini Mantra, which is king of all mantras, and you are the queen beautifying all the three worlds.
So appropriate for this shloka of Soundaryalahari. We will now move on to learn the 60th shloka.
Sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī.
Sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī. Sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī.
Kausalaharīḥ.
Kausalaharīḥ. Kausalaharīḥ.
Sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī. Kausalaharīḥ.
Sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī. Kausalaharīḥ. Sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī. Kausalaharīḥ.
Pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi.
Pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi. Pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi.
śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam.
śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam. śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam.
Pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam.
Pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam. Pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam.
camatkāraślāghā.
camatkāraślāghā. camatkāraślāghā.
calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo.
calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo. calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo.
camatkāraślāghā calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo.
camatkāraślāghā calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo. camatkāraślāghā calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo.
jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ.
jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ. jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ.
prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate.
prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate. prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate.
jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate.
jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate. jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate. We will recite all the 4 lines now.
sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī kausalaharīḥ. pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam. camatkāraślāghā calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo. jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate. sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharī kausalaharīḥ. pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam. camatkāraślāghā calitashirasah kuṇḍalagaṇo. jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa ivate.
Let's listen to Priya, Paramesh, Mahinta and Karthik to learn the musical rendition of this shloka in Ananda Bhairavi Ragam.
sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ.
sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ.
sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ. sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ.
पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम्
पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम्
पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम् पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम्
सरस्वत्याः सूक्तिरमृतलहरीकौशलहरीः पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम्
सरस्वत्याः सूक्तिरमृतलहरीकौशलहरीः पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम्
सरस्वत्याः सूक्तिरमृतलहरीकौशलहरीः पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम् सरस्वत्याः सूक्तिरमृतलहरीकौशलहरीः पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम्
चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो
चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो
चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो
जहानत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते
जहानत्कारैस्तारैः
प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते
जहानत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते जहानत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते
चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो झणत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनम् आचष्टहिवते
चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो झणत्कारैस्तारैः
प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते
चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो झणत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो झणत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनमाचष्टहिवते
सरस्वत्याः सूक्तिरमृतलहरीकौशलहरीः पिबन्त्याः सर्वाणि श्रवणचुलुकाभ्यामविरलम् चमत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः जहानत्कारश्लाघाचलितशिरसः कुण्डलगणो झणत्कारैस्तारैः प्रतिवचनमाचष्ट इव ते
sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ
पिबन्त्याः
śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam camatkāraślāghācalitaśirasaḥ kuṇḍalagaṇo jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa iv te
sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam camatkāraślāghācalitaśirasaḥ kuṇḍalagaṇo jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa iv te sarasvatyāḥ sūktīramṛtalaharīkauśalaharīḥ pibantyāḥ śarvāṇi śravaṇaculukābhyāmaviralam camatkāraślāghācalitaśirasaḥ kuṇḍalagaṇo jhaṇatkāraistāraiḥ prativacanamācaṣṭa iv te.
We will now go through the word by word meanings. Śarvāṇi. Bhagavad Pada addresses Devi as Śarvāṇi, the second word in the second line. Hey Śarvāṇi. Śarva is Shiva's name. So he calls her as wife of Śarva, which is Śarvāṇi. Aviralam, the last word of the second line, continuously without break. Pibantyāḥ, drinking. Śravaṇaculukābhyām. Śravana means the ears. The ears, how do they look? Culukābhyām. The ears that look like palms, our palms hollowed to hold water, which can also be said as small cups. So he calls her ears as Śravaṇaculukābhyām, the ears that look like palms hollowed to hold water. Sūktīhi, the first line. Sūktīhi means the sweet, good, friendly speech. Sarasvatyāḥ, by who? By Saraswati herself. Amṛtalahārīkauśalaharīḥ. Amṛtalahari means waves of nectar, Amrita. Kaushalaharihi has to be split as Kaushala and Harihi. Kaushala means the skillfulness or the sweetness of nectar. Harihi steals, meaning it surpasses, meaning Saraswati's sweet speech surpasses or humbles the sweetness of nectar. camatkāraślāghācalitaśirasaḥ. Chamatkaraha means the miraculous. Ślāgha, praising or appreciating. Chalita means moving or shaking. Shirasaha, head, meaning you nod your head slightly, appreciating or praising the excellent, miraculous speech of Saraswati. Te kuṇḍalagaṇo, your earrings, taraihi jhaṇatkāraihi, made jhana jhana sound loudly. Taraihi means loudly, they made jhana jhana sound. Prativacanam ācaṣṭa iva, as if they are uttering the words of praise in reply. While you have been continuously drinking in the hollow of your cup-like ears the sweet singing of Saraswati herself, the flow of nectar like musical compositions, you nod your head praising her sweet speech. Then your ear ornaments chime the sounds as if they are replying in affirmation. This indeed implies that the goddess of speech, wisdom, and learning herself is seeking to please Devi to win her appreciation by presenting exquisitely attractive compositions to which Devi is nodding her head, making her ear ornaments echo in unison with soft chimes.
In this verse, Bhagavad Pada addresses Devi as śarvāṇi. Who is śarvāṇi? She is Sharva's wife. Who is Sharva? We don't often hear this name. In the Vedic mantra praising the 5 faces of Shiva, we can hear this word Sharva. In the mantra, Sadyo Jatam Prabhadyami Sadyo Jataja Vai Namo Namaha, the mantra for the Aghora Rudra is Aghore Ebhyo Dhagore Ebhyo Ghora Tarebhyaha Sarvebhyas Sarva Sharvebhyo Namaste Astu Rudra Rupebhyaha. Here Shiva is praised as Sarvebhyaha Sarva Sharvebhyaha. Many times when we say this mantra, we may wrongly pronounce this mantra as Sarvebhyaha and Sarva Sarvebhyaha. We have to note that it is Sarva Sharvebhyaha and not Sarva Sarvebhyaha. Bhagavad Pada beautifully addresses Devi as the wife of Sharva. Sharva is in the form of Aghora Rudra, the one who gives auspiciousness to those who hear of him, to those who meditate upon him. Acharya has used this word of Devi as śarvāṇi to indicate the continuous hearing of Saraswati's speech. He doesn't use any word in Soundaryalahari without any reason.
We saw in the 58th verse how Manmatha's arrow coming out of her ears, more precisely out of Śravaṇapatham, the path of hearing. This arrow, when it reaches a devotee, makes him a great poet. We know that Devi Saraswati, the goddess of learning, is standing next to Devi holding the fan called Chamara. Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. Being so close to Devi, goddess Saraswati becomes an expert poet and becomes the goddess of sweet words and music. The sweet voice and words of Saraswati are like sweet amrita or nectar. Not even like amrita or nectar, they even humble the sweetness of nectar. Just like we cup our hands to drink water, Devi's ears become the cup holding the amrita or Saraswati's sweet words, and Devi drinks it through her ears.
Normally, when we eat or drink through our mouth, we can praise the drink by using words. In this case, Devi is drinking through her ears. And to praise Saraswati, appropriately uses her ears for applause. She just nods her head to praise goddess Saraswati, and when she nods her head, the earrings make a sound which is like jhana jhana. This jhana sound resonates the Tara mantra. Omkara is called the highest sound and the first sound. The word Tarehi in this sloka means loud as well as the Pranava mantra. It is said as the mantra that leads the sadhaka to the other shore of the ocean of samsara, the abode of the Parabrahman. The mention of Omkara is significant. Devi wants to praise Saraswati, but she doesn't use her words for praise, nor is she making any facial gestures. She only applauds using her ears, as her ears are the one tasting the nectar of beautiful poetry. So she uses her earrings to make a sound, but not every sound denotes appreciation. So Bhagavad Pada uses the mantra Om. When her earrings shake, the bells in her earrings make the sound of Omkara. Taittiriya Upanishad says Om denotes auspiciousness and also denotes agreement, acceptance or applause. Omite Brahma, Omiti Dagum Sarvam, Omityetadanukrite Hasmava, Apyo Shravayetya Shravayanti, Omiti Samani Gayanti, Ogumshomiti shastrani shagum santi. Omityadhvaryah pratigaram pratigrinhati. Omite brahma prasauti. In the Vedic Yajna, priests who are experts in each of the four Vedas are required to participate, and each one has a role to play. For example, if the Rig Veda called the Hota needs to start, the Adhvaryu will say Om. When he has finished his part of chanting, Adhvaryu will again say Om. When he wants Samaganam to start, he will look at the Samaveda priest and say Om. And when he has done his part of chanting, Adhvaryu will again say Om. So, the start and stop are indicated by the Pranava mantra Om. Brahma is the priest who knows all the four Vedas, and he has to give his nod or approval. Only when Brahma is happy, the yajna is said to be completed. If Brahma is not satisfied with the mantra or the procedure followed, he will not give his approval. If Brahma is satisfied, he gives his consent by chanting Om. Om iti Brahma prasauti. In the olden days, instead of saying yes or okay, people used to say Om instead to nod their consent or approval.
In this verse, the Paschimamnaya Samaya Vidyeshwari Kubjika Devi's mantra is said to be hidden. With this, we conclude today's session and this week's Sādhana. Next 2 weeks, we will have a break and we will resume our classes on Sunday, the 17th of April. Next week, we all will celebrate the auspicious Vasanta Navaratri. Please try to recite these shlokas we have learned so far during Vasanta Navaratri. To help you all listen to the audios of our classes, all of our Soundaryalahari lessons have been uploaded onto our Bhaskara Prakasha Ashram app having the logo Shrihi. This app is available for download from Apple App Store and Google Play Store. In this app, you will find texts also in different languages to support your learning. May Devi bless us all to continue the learning of Soundaryalahari. We will see you all in 2 weeks. Namaste. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Matre Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Matre Namaha.
शिवे शिवसुशीतलामृततरङ्गगन्धोल्लसन् नवावरणदेवते नवनवामृतस्यन्दिनी गुरुक्रमपुरस्कृते गुणशरीरनित्योज्ज्वले षडङ्गपरिवारिते कालितयेष पुष्पाञ्जलिः कालितयेष पुष्पाञ्जलिः